to the winds, and made toward the shore. And falling into the place where the two seas met, they ran the ship aground, and the forepart struck fast and remained unmovable. But the hinder part was broken with the violence of the waves. And the soldiers' counsel was to kill the prisoners, lest any of them should swim out and escape. But the centurion, willing to save Paul, kept them from their purpose, and commanded that they should swim, and those which could swim should swim, cast themselves first into the sea, and get to land. And the rest, some of the boards, and some of the broken pieces of the ship. And it came to pass that they escaped and all sailed safe to land. So Paul had told them there'd be no loss of life. Nobody lost their life in all of this at this point in time. And when they were escaped, they knew that the isle was called Melita. And the barbarous people showed up, not little, no little kind, and the barbarous people showed us no little kindness, for they kindled a fire and received us every one because of the present rain and because of the cold. And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper out of the heat and fastened on his hand. And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hanging on his hand, they said among themselves, "No doubt this man is a murderer, who thought that he had escaped the sea, yet the vengeance suffered not to live." And he shook off the beast into the fire, and felt no harm. Howbeit they looked when he saw that he should have swollen or fallen down dead suddenly, but they had looked a great while and saw no harm come to him. And they changed their minds, and said that he was a god. Wow. They thought he was a demon or a devil, and he now been condemned to death. But when they saw no harm come, they thought he was a god. In the same quarters were possessions of the chief man of the isle, whose name was Publius, who received us and lodged with us 3 days courteously. And it came to pass that the father of Polybius lay sick of a fever and of a bloody flux, to whom Paul entered in, prayed, and laid his hand on him, and healed him. So when this was done, others also which had disease in the isles came and were healed. Praise God. Who also honored us with many honors. And we departed, and they laid us such things as were necessary. And after 3 months were departed into a ship of Alexandria, and was wintered in the isles, whose sign was Castor and Pollux. And landing at Syria, we tarried there 3 days. These are just some of the journeys of Paul as he was on his way to Rome. We thank God for the reading of his word this afternoon. Yes, we read in the Bible. We thank God for you joining us today. We were reading to you, if you want to know where I was reading. Well, let's see. Where was I reading? I believe I was reading. Let me see. See, where was I reading to you from? I forgot where I was reading from, but if you'd like to subscribe, you can go back and review it yourself and find out where I was reading. We thank God for each of you today, and we just pray God's blessings upon you. I'm about ready to close out this live now, and I'm going to close it out with a song, as I oftentimes do, giving God some praise. And we're going to sing the little song, and you can sing along with me.